Mary Gibson, a young student at Highcliffe Academy, receives disturbing news. Her older sister and only relative, Jacqueline, has disappeared without a trace and has not paid Mary's tuition for several months. Deciding to find her sister, the owner of the cosmetics company Las Sages in New York, Mary leaves school. Arriving in New York, Mary learns that 8 months ago, Jacqueline sold the business to her assistant, Esther Reddy. Jacqueline's close friend and employee of the company, Frances Fallon, claims to have seen her just a week ago at the Italian restaurant Dante in Greenwich Village. Mary soon finds out that Jacqueline rented a room above the restaurant, but never moved in. Having received permission from the owners to inspect the premises, Mary finds the room empty, except for one wooden chair with a noose on the ceiling. In the restaurant, she meets poet Jason Hogue, who offers to help her find her sister. Mary's investigation leads her to several people from Jacqueline's circle, including her secret husband, lawyer Gregory Ward, and psychiatrist Dr. Louis Judd. Mary learns that Jacqueline was a patient of Judd's and was being treated for depression caused by her involvement in the Paladisti satanic cult and her subsequent attempts to leave the group. Jacqueline had previously recruited several of her Las Sages colleagues, including Esther, into the cult. Mary hires private detective Irving Augustus to help her search. During an off-duty visit to Las Sages, Irving is killed by an unknown assailant. Mary manages to escape on the subway and witnesses 2 men load the detective's body into her car and drive away. The police fail to alert the criminals, and they disappear with the body. Dr. Judd invites Mary to visit Jacqueline at her hideout. There, Mary briefly meets her sister, who silently asks her to remain silent before disappearing again. Deciding to stay in New York, Mary gets a job at a daycare. Esther soon shows up at her apartment, accuses Jacqueline of Irving's murder, and convinces Mary to return to Highcliffe. Mary shares what she heard with Gregory and Jason, and they decide to find Jacqueline to force her to surrender to the police. Judd helps them in their search. Jacqueline recounts how she joined the cult and accidentally killed Irving, mistaking him for an assassin sent by the cult, as the Palladians consider betrayal a mortal sin, and any discussion of the group with outsiders is considered treason. The cult members gather to determine Jacqueline's fate. She becomes the 7th person to be accused of treason since the cult's founding. Although they do not advocate outright violence, preferring to drive traitors to suicide, Francis tries to save his sister, but to no avail. The cultists kidnap Jacqueline, attempting to intimidate her into committing suicide by offering her a cup of poison. Refusing, she leaves, but an assassin with a knife is sent after her. Jacqueline manages to escape and return to her room above Dante. Meanwhile, Jason and Judd confront the cult members, condemning their actions and reciting lines from the Lord's Prayer in response to their nihilistic justifications and the hallway of the rooming house. Jacqueline meets her neighbor Mimi, a terminally ill young woman who confesses that she is afraid of death and wants to spend one last night in the city. Jacqueline enters her apartment and hears the sound of a chair falling, but leaves in the evening.